Have you ever wondered what the love child of a Terminator and an assault cannon would be?
Anvil of War! Let's talk tactics!
Today we're going to be talking about Space Marine Primaris Aggressors. These guys are pretty handy to have on your force. 3-up ballistic skill, 3-up weapon skill, 5-inch move, 4 strength, and 5 toughness is probably their main selling feature. You can kit them out, Flamestorm gauntlets, or Auto Boltstorm gauntlets with frag grenade backpacks. Personally, I always kit these guys out with the Auto Boltstorm gauntlets and the Fragstorm backpack. The reason for this? Auto Boltstorm gauntlets give you 6 bolter shots, 2 power fists. The backpack, D6 additional bolter shots. So, in theory, you could be pumping out 12 bolter shots per model. The kicker to this is their special rule. If these models do not move during their movement phase, they get to fire all of their weapons twice. That is 2 times as many shoe stings. That means 12 shots plus 2 D6 shots per model. And you can kit them out in a full group of 6. So, you can do the math, because I'm not paid to, that's a lot of shooting. Besides offering a scary amount of shooting, these guys have great synergy options. First synergy option, scary melee units. Second great synergy option, scary long-ranged units. Third great synergy option, great captains with re-rolling. You might be wondering, how does this all work? Let me explain. Aggressors have great durability with T5 and 2 wounds, plus 18-inch range on their weapons gives them really solid mid-range firepower. You have them middle of the board, front of your deployment line. You can then deep strike in units like Reavers in the back line to offer a melee choice, or use them to protect squishier long-range shooting like snipers. The best part about this all, if you hook them up with a captain that gives them rerolls or a lieutenant to reroll wounds, their 3-up ballistic skill becomes even more effective. Remember what I said before about 12 shots plus 2d6 multiplied by 6 shooting? Imagine that rerolling all failed to hits with the chapter master, and then rerolling ones to wound with your lieutenant. It can get devastating. If the opponent decides they're going to close in and try to lock these guys in melee, go right ahead. Each model has 2 attacks with power fists. Sure, only hitting on 4s, but if they're backed up by a captain, that's a lot of damage. They can even chase down and punch tanks to death. What's not to love? Some good strategies and stratagems for these guys? Well, like I said before, put them up front, lots of shooting, protect squishier units, or drive them deep and punch some tanks. Another option, if you're like me and play Ravenguard, have these guys step from the shadows. Deploy them up close and personal on a flank. That's a lot of shooting really close to your opponent that makes them a major threat. They'll probably die, but on the same token, they will reap out a lot of damage, which makes it all the more worthwhile, especially if the opponent is running anything like a Guardsman, Zangors, or other squishy but powerful units. So personally, I don't use a lot of stratagems on the aggressors. I tend to use them very aggressively, put them up front and let them take their licks, step from the shadows again, and just let what happen may. If you're looking for a little bit more tactical flexibility, upgrade a captain to a chapter master, park him behind them, give them lots of rerolls. One of the most effective stratagems I've seen used with them is Imperial Fist players, using their bolter drill stratagem and just wreaking havoc on enemy infantry. You may have noticed I didn't give a lot of love to the Flamestorm gauntlets. The reason for that, they're really expensive, only 8-inch range. I personally don't use them. I'm not the best person to talk about how effective they can be. I've seen them used well with salamanders, but for me, again, personally, not my shtick. Stay with the Boltstorm gauntlets, you will not be disappointed. All in all, if you're running any Primaris army, these guys are an absolute must in your force. They earn back their points every single game, and it's not very often an infantry gets to run up and punch a tank.
Sponsored by...
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. If you made it this far in the video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, or watch more of our videos over this way. 24 plus do d-dix doddles. Plus, the Auto Boltstorm gauntlets give you 2 power fists. One such option is to find the model off the side of the screen.